peek into a sketchbook that I did for the Sketchbook project. You can find all the information about the Sketchbook project and close-up scans of drawings below the video. So, because this is a sketchbook in a form of a book, I think it's most appropriate to view these drawings as a part of the book. So the scans and photos really don't do the justice. That's why I wanted to make this video flip for future reference and memory, because this sketchbook is traveling halfway across the world to an exhibition, a traveling exhibition across the United States. So if you're from around the cities where this exhibition will be, I suggest you go and take a look. Okay, so first, this is a cover that I did all around using color pencils, and I wrote the text with a fine liner. The feature of this cover is that I cut the holes for the eyes and mouth, so when it's closed you can see the eyes and teeth showing through. The book is called Mind Patterns because what I'm exploring in this book are sort of emotions and thoughts, and they are represented using hair. Now, when you open the book, ta-da! A scary looking skull that's beneath the holes. So this is sort of intro about me, and this is a skull with brain and eyes and some really colorful stuff going around, made with color pencils. So this is just like the intro drawing, not the real drawing. The first drawing, it's called Delirium. It was not intended as fan art of Delirium from Sandman, but it really reminded me of her, so I decided to name it that way, and I think the shapes here and the colors are appropriate for the theme, Delirium. This is done with color pencils. I really overworked the skin on this drawing. It took me a lot of time, and I used like, I don't know, 4 or 5 colors on the skin of this one, so I decided I won't do that because it's a sketchbook, it's not a finished work portfolio book. So on my future drawings, I really decided to keep things simple, use as few colors as possible, and just, get it done. So the next drawing, it's called Hot-Headed. So it's also done with color pencils, this time with a very limited color scheme. So just 2 colors for the skin and 2 or 3 colors for the hair. I really like drawing hair, and I like drawing female portraits, so that seemed to be a most appropriate subject for this sketchbook, because I knew I won't get bored of it. If I take any other theme, I might have become bored halfway. So the next drawing is vertical. It's called Forgetfulness. So it has this hair that's turning into clouds and sort of gray hair. I don't know, gray hair reminds me of forgetfulness. No offense to old people. And the skin is also done with 2 shades of color pencil. So, next one. This is a single page one. It's called Deception. So the hair here is forming a mask on the face, and of course one of my dear things are masks. I also like making masks, so I definitely wanted to include a mask in the drawing. I think this hair took the longest time of all the others in the book. And this one on this page is called Shame. So we have hair covering up her body, it's done with a fine liner and a bit of gel pen to fix things where I made boo-boos. So the following spread is regret. So it's sort of melancholy drawing where the girl is looking back and the hair is strangling her and, you know, doing stuff. So I really tried to go faster because each drawing took me a lot of time, so I decided, you know, I'm going to try to keep them under an hour. I think this was done under an hour, and as you see, a very limited color scheme. So the next spread, this is one of my favorites, is called Visionary. Now, why the Earth globe? I'm not really sure. It's just sort of, I connect the word visionary with seeing the world as a better place and trying to work toward it. So that's why I did Earth, because I think the visionaries are trying to make life on Earth better. Also very limited. I like this color scheme a lot. It uses purple, blue, and green. So for some close-ups. This is a ballpoint pen drawing. It's called Depression, and as you see, the hair is strangling the woman here, and she does look very depressed. I think I overdid it with the shading a bit. It looks like a harlequin. It wasn't really intended, but the best I could do. This isn't really focusing well. Sorry about that. And now the highlight of this book. Ta-da! So this one is called Imagination. Basically, the hair here is in all sorts of psychedelic colors, and it dissolves into a universe. So you have stars and galaxies and corners. This was done mostly with watercolor, and you can see the eye, this third eye is all glittery. It's used with a glittery purple and silver ball gel pen. I'm not sure how you say that. And the skin is done with colored pencils. So I did this with watercolor because I really wanted to color in things fast and very, very vibrant. There's no way I could have done this with colored pencils in that much time. But the paper is really not ideal, so you see it's all worked up, so I didn't do any drawings on the back pages. This is the middle of the book, and I thought it was appropriate to put this drawing in the middle of a book. Next drawing. It's called Zen. So this is graphite pencil, and the hair is sort of negative space, so there is no hair actually, because you know that's what Zen is. Zen is emptiness. I tried to make her features look Zenish. Not sure if I succeeded. She's not supposed to be smirking. So next spread is self-criticism. So this Medusa lady, she has self-esteem issues because, you know, all the chattering going inside her mind and say, you suck, you suck. Said snakes are really mean. This one took a lot of time. I don't know how long, but a couple of hours really. And I'm sure it could have been done better, but with the time I had, this is the best I could do. And the last finished spread I have currently is this. It's called Dualist. So it's half angel, half demon lady, which is a kind of recurring topic in my art. But this is more about the mindset of a person seeing things as either black or white. I wanted to make a piece that would be sort of counter to this, like a relativist, but since it's January the 15th, 9 in the morning, and I should be sending this off today if I wanted to make it in time for the show, I don't think I'm going to do this. Well, this one is done with graphite pencil or graphite stick, and this one is done with a brush pen, so it's black ink. Yeah. Okay, so the rest of the pages are still empty, except for the last spread, which is like information about this sketchbook, contact info about me. You can see. So it's all the media listed and a little bit about me. And all the contact info, which is also below the video if anyone's interested. So that concludes this sketchbook. Now, as I'm sure some of you may be interested in what sort of tools I use, I'll just make a quick overview of that. So for graphite, I usually use a mechanical pencil with a 2B lead in it. 2H, I think. This one is 2H sketching pencil for very, very light sketches. And this is a lead holder. So it has a 4B lead in it. This one, Mars carbon. And the lead holder is probably over 30 or more years old. It's my mom's. So these things can last a while. For inking, I used a thin micron 005 and a Pentel Pocket brush pen. This is one of my favorite tools, so I do a lot of inking with that because it's really convenient. Okay. For color pencils, I have the stack of Derwent Studio pencils of 12. So, these are the pencils. Derwent Color Soft pencils, which are brand new, really. I only bought them 2 months ago and haven't used them much, so they're pretty much barely used. very nice range of tones. And this is a brand of color pencils produced in Croatia by Pencil Factory in Zagreb. It has a really cool range of colors, and you probably can't get these anywhere except in Croatia. But you really want them, just contact me and I could send you a pack. What I like about these the most is they have a very nice range of skin tones. So they're like 3 different light skin tone colors and nice range of browns, 4 different browns, plus a whole range of vibrant colors. Now this is most skin tones that I've ever seen in any 24 pencil pack. So the Derwent Color Soft has maybe 2 skin tones. The Studio one doesn't have any skin tones included, so this is really my go-to pack when I need to draw portraits. Not always, as you see, because I've used some pretty unconventional skin colors here, but usually when I'm trying to do sort of realistic stuff. They're very thick, jumbo pencils, and they're very pigmented. I just don't know if they're light fast enough like Derwent are, but they're very, very nice to use. And as for watercolor, I use this Kurakoi watercolors pocket filled sketchbook. This is a palette. This is my reference palette. And these are the colors. I really don't use this brush often because I have another one, actually 3 other ones that I use. So this is just here in case I need to borrow it to someone. And I've had this for a couple of months. It's very convenient, especially when I'm going somewhere for the weekend. And I really started liking these pan watercolors. I'm more of a tube person because I've learned that way now, but this is very convenient. I have other tools as well, but they weren't used in the sketchbook. Okay, so look up the Sketchbook project, check out my blog, check out the full-size image for detailed view of these drawings inside. I will perhaps add a few last sketches at the end if I have time, but since I'm a terrible procrastinator, I haven't managed to do it and film it in time. So that's all I can offer for now. One last thing I wanted to say, this sketchbook is done from recycled paper, which is nice. I'm all eco-friendly stuff. I really like that, but it's really difficult to use. It has all these flaws in the paper textures, so you get these dark blobs where you really don't expect them, and the paper, it's kind of difficult to use. It doesn't have a good grip. The pencils just glide over it, so it's not holding the pigment very well. I'm afraid it will smudge a bit because it already has smudged a bit as I was drawing in it. So honestly, not the best sketchbook to be working with, but it's a really nice project, so I wanted to be a part of it, and I'm glad I did. I don't know if I'm going to do it next year. I'll have to see if my other engagements will allow it. So there are a lot of other wonderful artists that are part of this project. I'm really, really sorry that I won't be able to see it in person because I live in Europe, which is kind of not near where the Sketchbook project will be around. So go out and see them. If you do happen to stumble into my sketchbook, I'd really like it if you send a photo, tag me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I really like to see where the sketchbook has been, who's seen it. I'm also available for projects of various kinds, so if you like my work and want to hire me, hit me up. Thank you for watching this video and staying this long with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's hope I'll have another video soon. Bye!